Now this product is actually brand new to the market and has just come out of its Kickstarter phase. So when iKoffy reached out to me, I thought it was actually kind of a unique little thing to take a look at and share with you guys. If you are new to the channel, my name is Riley Clark. I am a full-time nature photographer, and this channel primarily focuses on my time in the outdoors. Like right now, I am actually in Colorado and have been in Colorado the last 2 weeks, chasing the fall color that I do every year. My whole goal is to share my experiences so that you can experience nature through my lens, and I also like to do product reviews like this to help elevate your adventures as well. Now the cool thing about the iKoffy mug is this is actually a 4-in-1 portable system. It's got its own built-in scale. You have a lid for portable coffee mug use. It acts as a thermos to keep things warm, and also they have an app that we're going to talk about that you can connect and help with the brewing process. Now I've been using this the last week, and I want to give you guys some of my thoughts on using the product. Now this again is a brand new product, and some of the issues I had, which mainly were the app, all are going to be resolved with the official launch. I was using a beta system, so I'm going to preface that up front. There's going to be some beta things to it. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the build quality of this. This is actually built with a food grade ceramic, which means it's going to be very safe to store your coffee in. With that same coating, it's going to provide that thermal break that you need to keep your coffee hot for longer. And then it also has this scale at the bottom, like I showed you guys at the beginning, that allows for you to actually measure your coffee when you're doing a pour over. Now I'm going to preface that if you've never actually done a pour over coffee system, having a scale and measuring out the water to bean ratio is actually really important in getting a good brew. I'm a photographer though, so I am passionate about my coffee, but I'm not going to try and claim to be a professional barista, which is great because that's where the iKoffy app comes in play to help you out with your brewing. Now overall, I have had no issues with the build quality of this. It feels sturdy. You can kind of feel a little bit of a rattling and hear a little bit of rattling. That must be some sort of element for this scale. The mug is a twist-on mug, which is solid. The lid here feels really good and clicks solidly down. So all of that feels really good. The only issues I have found with this is, one, I wish it was bigger. I just find that is a little small, and now that might be the American in me, that I'm always wanting things bigger, especially when it comes to coffee. But I think that's more the nature photographer in me. When I'm getting up really early all the time and staying out really late, I need more coffee to function. So a little bit bigger design I think would be better. And then the scale, I'm not going to say that it's really a con on the build quality, but it is very sensitive. I noticed during my time brewing that if the van shook at all, it would actually kind of throw the calibration maybe off on the scale, and I would be off by a gram or two. I think that's more of just a sensitivity thing, and I do believe there's calibrations in the app that you can dive into. For me, out on the road, I don't really tend to care about that too much. It was just something that caught my eye during the brewing process. It was super easy to clean, and the charge, I haven't run out of any charge using it at all. It says that on their official documentation that it has a 1-month lifespan. So I'll have to test that more over time, but I haven't had any issues with the battery. And to recharge it is just simply a USB-C on the back. I do wish that this had like a rubber gasket to cover that, so when I'm washing it, I don't have to worry about damaging that element at all. So this like isn't a dishwasher safe unit at all. You're gonna have to hand wash this. Now the other issue I ran into on the build is actually a product though that iKoffy has as an accessory to this, and this is actually how to brew with it. I'm using my standard pour over brewing system that I've had for a while now. They have their own that actually sits on top, whereas mine was going down inside of the canister. So over time, as I started to brew up, I actually couldn't do the full brew because mine would cause it to overflow because it's sticking down inside, where their system going on top, I definitely think is going to be a better way to brew with this. And so if you're looking at picking up this mug, I would also grab that pour over system, so you're able to actually fill up the full mug. Now the coffee still tasted great, being off 30 grams of water. You coffee people out there are probably going to be like, that's ridiculous. So if you are going to be that specific about it, then definitely you're going to want to get that top mounted pour over system from iKoffy. I did have issues downloading the app. My phone, I have an Android phone, and they do have it on Android, and because this is a pre-launch system, I was just having difficulties downloading. I was finally able to get it on my iPad, but it kind of shows up small, which kind of sucks here. Again, they're working on fixing the functionality of that for the actual launch. Now I'm going to go ahead and power on the iKoffy. It connects via Bluetooth. I had no issues connecting it at all. The app would prompt you to connect it, so it was quick and simple once I had the app installed and had everything powered up. Now what's cool is it actually shows you the battery state on there. So if you ever actually wanted to know how long the battery state was going to be, you have that on here. It has different information, settings for upgrading your unit, or if there's any firmware updates or anything like that. It has a brew history that you can click onto, so there's the My Brews there that you can click onto, that allows you to kind of see back how many times you brewed. So not something I'm always going to use, but kind of a neat feature that it can track all that. Now I do believe they're going to have more recipes and stuff coming, but for right now they just have these few. They have your iced, they have your regular hot. Pretty simple. All you have to do is click on which one you want, and then it has a little video that kind of shows you, which is cool. So if you just press play, they will show you the brewing process on what they expect from you to do that. It shows you the recipe, so 15 grams of beans to 225 grams of water. And then all you do is go to make coffee, and it walks you through each step. So the first step would be to go through your grams of coffee. You would hit continue. Then they're going to have you do the 2 to 3 to 4 pours, depending on which type of brewing you're going to do. And it walks you through each one, which is pretty neat. So each step, you add that element of water or coffee. After you're done, you hit continue, and then it tells you the next step. So if you've never done a pour over system before, it walks you right through it and holds your hand right through it. So all in all, it's actually a pretty neat idea and concept. You can also make your own recipes. So if you guys are coffee fanatics and you have your own style recipe that you like, you can easily do that on here as well. But again, I did have an issue downloading the app. That is a beta version, so they are telling me that they're going to have the actual version ready for you guys during launch, which is happening right now. Now I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on this. The idea and the concept and the execution is actually really good. They do a really nice job of the build quality to having that scale, and the app is actually kind of a neat thing. For me, I'm moving so quick, so to set up an app and do all of that is probably not something I'm going to do. I'm looking for something to be quick, but that's more of a personal thing for me. Keeping the coffee hot, it did an okay job. It was 36 degrees outside today, and in about 30 minutes my coffee was about lukewarm. Now, leaving coffee out for that long without drinking it is an absolute crime, and I am so sorry that that happened. But I got busy doing some photography, flying my drone, and I let my coffee sit after brewing it. So it happens. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that's an iKoffy issue. Any thermos you sit out in that kind of cold, especially this size, if it was larger and there's more hot liquid, it's going to keep that hotter for longer. But for the size of it, it kept it hot for quite some time. Drinking out of it is a nice size opening, so no issues there. And the only other issue I had personally was I couldn't get a full brew because of the system I am personally using. Their system is definitely going to be better because it's going to be sitting on top rather than having a bunch of it sitting down inside. If you guys are interested in picking up iKoffy, that is going to be linked down below for you guys. That is also an affiliate link. So if you do purchase this, it's a small portion is going to be kicked back to me. It's just a great way to support the channel. I want to say thank you to iKoffy for sending me this out to review. Pretty neat idea and concept, so that's why I jumped all over it. Now, if you are new to the channel, again, I'm going to ask you to subscribe if you're not already. I have tons of vlog content, more products to review, and a long overdue van walkthrough coming your guys' way here very soon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I have a lot of consistent content going to be rolling down the pipeline, and I'm really excited to share a lot of this with you. For now though, I am going to get some shut-eye, and I will see you guys in the next adventure.